people of the internet? I'm Meiji, and you know why you're here because you clicked on this video. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell somewhere so you guys know when I post. And make sure to follow my social medias linked down below so you guys can see all the other content that I post too. Let's get right into the video. So back in October, I decided to make a video talking about curly hair getting layers because I thought that in just 2.5 months time I would have the entire curly hair method figured out. I do not. I also came up with a really great idea of doing space buns with like pull-through braids. So that's gonna be just a tangled up mess to get out of my hair tonight, which that's gonna be super fun to do. So getting right into the video, I honestly do think layers are cool, don't get me wrong. I don't think layers are the only part of having like the perfect curly hair. Speaking of which, since I had that video done, guess how many days of like, you know, that perfect curly hair at the roots and all of that fun jazz I've achieved so far? 1 day! I had 1 day. No, granted, I did actually film a video of the hair, so you know. Also made a TikTok with it. It was Christmassy though, but... And on top of that, I also filmed a YouTube video as well, so you guys can see that. But yeah, I had 1 day where I actually curled up at the root and I actually looked presentable. The rest of the time, it's just not really happened. I've had it down the bottom but not up at the top because freaking triangle head. But hey, you know what? It's gonna be fine. So what have the curly hair layers taught me? Well, there is more volume added. I will say that much. That it has definitely helped a lot with the volume. And if you're someone who's like doesn't really want to have like super curly hair, you're kind of just more like, I want the lowest maintenance hair possible, I do not recommend layers. Absolutely don't get them. Because layers do somehow I feel like they tangled up my hair even more. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it happens everywhere, but it happened to me, I think. I'm someone who likes to grow out their hair very, very long. So having layers allows me to still have that volume when I still have that long hair. And now you know how people tend to have protective hairstyles when they have curly hair. I'm pretty sure they also do it because curly hair is just hard to manage, period, said and done. I have started getting into more of like the protective styles a little bit because I will admit when you're having to do with curly hair putting up in hairstyles, it gets tangled so easily. I'm doing fine. I'm not going crazy at all. But basically curly hair, it tangles. Like when you're in the shower and you're like trying to like brush through your hair because you know when you have curly hair you like wash your hair like twice a week, then you have like that clump of hair in your hands because it just gets so freaking tangled. It's fine. Straight hair people are living their best life ever. Okay, so but basically what I found out with curly hair is the fact that it can just be hard to manage and you can either have like really good curly hair days or they're just not good at all. And being able to have like protective styles you can put into your hair and just feel like wear that for weeks on end sounds like a pretty good idea. And this is why wigs start to make sense and stuff like that. So what exactly are my thoughts on layers? Well, I think number one, that they can add volume to your hair. Number two, do I think that they help with definition at the root? I'm not 100% there. I think that they do just because it like lifts up from the, you know what I mean. And anyway, I did invest in a scalp massager. I don't know if it necessarily tangles up your hair more or helps add volume. Your guess is as good as mine. Because mine definitely then tangles up my hair. Then I had to go back through and brush it out so that it really do anything. I mean, it's supposed to put the product in there, but why can't your fingers just do that? I don't know. Also learning to just like scrunch the product all around the circumference of the head. Because apparently, you know, that you can't just like scrunch up half the hair and expect the whole thing to be curly. You know what I mean? And I've also been, you know, using the t-shirt where you wrap that around the head. Plopping method. I know what things are called, but basically do the plopping method. That has helped with things. Curly hair is just hard, period, said and done. If anyone ever told you that curly hair is easy to manage, no, it's not. I don't know who would have told you that it was easier to manage. I know people with straight hair a lot of times will say stuff like, oh my gosh, I wish I had curly hair. No, you didn't. I want to tell you right now, no, you didn't. You want to know why? It gets tangled up all the time. You can't do stuff with it half the time because it's curly hair and it does its own thing. People with straight hair have it so good. Anyway, if you're ever wondering why people with curly hair wish they had straight hair, this is why, because curly hair can be just a lot to manage. But yeah, the curlier hair gets, the harder it is to manage because the curls get tangled into each other and then, you know, you have to only wash it at certain times because then otherwise then you have the oil build up. But then, you know, no one's really washing their hair every single night, but that's for another day. Curly hair YouTubers. definitely look those people up because that has helped me out so gosh darn much. I mean, I've watched people from like wavy hair to kind of like, you know, curly coily hair. So I can just see like the whole like range of like how different people care for their hair and stuff and figuring out what products work best for my hair, what don't work best for my hair. Because some people will talk about how like, oh my gosh, these products stuck on my hair, don't ever buy them guys. And I try them and I'm like, well, I don't know what your problem is with it. But different products are gonna work well for different people. That's just a fact. Different wash routines are gonna work for different people. And so you kind of have to watch multiple different videos and have a whole bunch of research done in order to figure out what's going to work for your hair. So yes, it is a giant time commitment. Also, I did space buns, but you know, they look completely different, but at least they're the same and they're on my head, okay? So I also post other videos on YouTube. I have my TikToks that go on to Hero Shorts, so if you want to watch those, obviously go right ahead, be my guest. But I mean, not even everyone follows like the strict curly hair method. I mean, I just personally do sulfate silicone free. I'm not about to do the whole like alcohol free and beeswax free and don't even brush your hair with that coat. What can you do? So curly hair is going to be different for everyone. And I say curly hair, when I say curly, I mean like wavy, curly, coily, hold that. The whole shebang. It's going to be different for everybody. And different people are going to have different wash and go things that they do. Some people can wash their hair, you know, like 4 times a week. Others wash their hair like once a week. Is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. So once again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And whack that notification bell wherever it is so you guys know when I post. And make sure to follow my social media since they will be linked down below so you guys see all the other fun content that I post. And maybe I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.